there, welcome to another episode of Storytime. Today's story involves a fairly large pair of shoes. We're back again. How are you all? It's time for another story time, and today's story also involves playing in a band, and the same comedic bass player you may remember from the story of the knife. But this one involves a slightly less dangerous set of objects. So, years ago, in this band, Mr. Funny, that was the name of the band, although several people in the group could have been candidates for the title. I think Tony probably would have won. We were playing in a packed club out in the sticks again, not quite as far out as that other club I told you about in the story of the knife. However, it was out there in the country, and it was pretty big, this place, and it was jam-packed. Once again, I think that was the place to be. We call it, the place to be. That was the only place that people could go, probably, in their area on Friday and Saturday night, so it was jammed. And we were right in the middle of our set. I think it was the second set. So we were warmed up and cranking pretty good, and the people were digging it. And, we had some steps. I think I mentioned we were a classic rock show band, so there was an element of choreography and some other things going on that, made it a little more exciting than the standard corner band in the cover of a room banging out, Neil Young or whatever. Did a lot of Motown, a lot of soul tunes, things like that. Anyway, people were really enjoying it. And I see my associate Bruce doubled over in laughter. He can barely play. I'm like, what's going on there, buddy? I'm behind the drums and I'm trying to get his attention. What is it? What is it? And he's like gasping, look. And what happened was this. A taller gal, and most of your taller gals will have perhaps longer, wider feet, as anyone taller will, to hold them up. But anyway, she kicked off her shoes to do some barefoot dancing. And when Tony had noticed that, he quickly recognized that he could probably fit into those shoes. And he was always pulling something, so we got used to him like playing with one hand and turning around, doing something. He starts to basically play bass with one hand and untie his shoes. He gets his shoes off while the tune is on and he's performing. Puts on this chick's shoes and dances around in heels for almost the whole song. The place is busting out laughing. We can barely contain ourselves on the stage, and the rest of the crowd pretty much sees this. Everyone in the place except the gal that kicked her shoes off. She's got no idea. She's smiling and dancing. Isn't this great? No, look, they're having fun. They must be laughing at something. She had no idea that Tony's wearing her shoes, dancing around, playing the bass, singing, just before we finished the song, and she turned around to get her shoes back on. He had just finished kicking hers off and getting his back on, and the song ended. And everybody in the place knows this but her. So that was the story of the shoes. Maybe you had to be there. I don't know. Or maybe you had to have size, 11 and a half wide.